Have you ever walked into a room and felt like everyone else received a set of instructions that somehow skip you? No one rejected you, no one told you to leave, but somehow you felt like you were standing just outside of something. Maybe you call yourself quiet, shy, awkward, or maybe you stopped asking why and started believing you're never supposed to fit in at all. But what if none of those explanations are actually true? What if you don't feel like an outsider because you don't belong? What if you feel like an outsider because your brain learned to become an observer before it ever learned how to be a participant? Because once your mind learns watching is safer than joining, it can spend years preparing for life without ever feeling like it's fully living. Psychology has a name for this pattern. It's called hypervigilance. Most people think hypervigilance means living in constant fear, but that's rarely what it looks like. Sometimes it's incredibly quiet. You walk into a room, and before you said a word, your brain has already begun asking questions. Who's leading? Who's uncomfortable? What's the move? Is this safe? Most people enter a room, your mind reads it. And here's the sentence that changed the way I think about all of this. What feels like personality is often adaptation. Your brain discovered a strategy that helped you once, so it kept using it. Even after the reason it was created and disappeared, the mind doesn't ask, do I still need this? It asks, did this ever keep us safe? If the answer is yes, the pattern stays. I think about this as an observation deck. Imagine a lighthouse. Its job isn't to join the ships. Its job is to watch them. From high above, it scans the horizon, looking for danger before anyone else can see it. The higher it stands, the farther it can see. But there's something tragic about a lighthouse. It protects every ship, yet it never sails with them. I think some of us grew up just like that. Maybe your home taught you read emotions, whether before speaking. Maybe conflict arrived without warning. Maybe acceptance felt unpredictable. Or maybe you simply experienced the world more deeply than the people around you. Whatever the reason, your brain climbed its own observation deck. And from there, you could see everything. Who was angry, who was hurt, who was pretending, who wasn't safe. Watching became wisdom. Observation became protection. Protection became identity. Every adaptation solves one problem by quietly creating another. Because once the observation deck feels safe, you stop climbing back down. The strange thing about the mind is that once it believes a story, it starts collecting evidence to protect it. If you spent years feeling like you don't belong, your brain began noticing every moment that seems to prove it. The invitation you didn't receive, the conversation where you felt awkward, the room where you stayed quiet. It files everyone away. See, we never belong here. At the same time, it quietly ignores the moments that don't fit the story. The conversation where you felt understood, the people who genuinely enjoyed your company, the places where you felt completely at ease. Psychologists call this confirmation bias, but you don't need the term. Just remember this. The mind would rather protect the familiar story than risk believing a new one, even if the familiar story hurts. There is one cost to living on the observation deck that almost nobody talks about. You become incredibly good at understanding everyone else. You notice the tension, the sadness, the loneliness, the insecurity hiding behind the confidence. You become fluent in everyone else's emotions while slowly forgetting your own. You spent so long trying to understand the room that somewhere along the way, you stopped asking what was happening inside you. And here's the painful irony. Relationships aren't built through the observation. They're built through participation. You can understand someone completely and still never allow them to know you. Not because you don't want connection, because somewhere along the way, watching became safer than being seen. The observation deck protected you. But every wall that keeps out danger also keeps out something beautiful from getting in. Maybe you spent your whole life believing you were an outsider. I don't think that's your story. I think your story is that your mind found a way to protect you and then forgot to tell you the danger had passed. Remember what I said earlier. What feels like personality is often adaptation. Maybe the person you've been trying to change was never really your personality at all. Maybe it's an adaptation that's been waiting for permission to finally rest. Healing isn't pretending the observation deck never protected you. Healing is realizing you don't have to live there anymore. Because I don't think you've been standing outside of life. I think you've been preparing for it, rehearsing it, watching from the safest place you could find. But life doesn't begin when you finally feel ready. It begins the moment you stop watching and take one step back into your own story.